Hi, it's Steve from PartSelect. Today we're going to show you how to change the condenser fan motor on your refrigerator. It's a really easy job. All you need is a 1/4 inch nut driver, a 1/4 inch ratchet with a 1/4 inch socket, and a pair of needle nose. Let me show you how we do it. Now before we begin this repair, we will need to pull the refrigerator out far enough to access the back panel. So you will need to disconnect the power, simply pull the plug, and you may also need to disconnect the water supply. So turn the water valve off first, and then disconnect it at the inlet water valve. Next, we'll remove the back panel. It's held in place with 4 1/4 inch hex head screws. Take care not to damage the back panel. It is important for the proper operation of the refrigerator. And we'll set that aside, and we now have access to the component. Now with the back panel off, we have access to the condenser fan motor. There's a couple of methods to get that fan motor off. It's mounted on a bracket that is secured to the actual condenser. And on that bracket there is a U-shaped piece of metal that holds the motor in. There's 2 1/4 inch screws on that you could remove and replace your motor in that manner. Access to those screws is a little tight, so you could use a little 1/4 inch ratchet and 1/4 inch socket to get at those. But another method, which we find a little bit easier, is to pull that whole bracket out. Now it does involve twisting it a little bit and turning it to get it out of there, but in the end it turns out to be an easier job. So that's the method we'll show you today. So we'll start by disconnecting the wire harness. Just depress the locking tabs and pull the harness out. We'll next remove a single 1/4 inch hex head screw that holds the motor mount to the condenser. Now if we just rotate that bracket just slightly so that it clears the front end of it, you can pull it out on the back side. And then it's a matter of lifting that bracket out of here without damaging any of the tubing. So take care when you're doing that. Find the easiest method to rotate it out. Now that we have the whole assembly out, there's also a little wire harness retainer mounted on the side of that mounting bracket. So with our needle nose pliers, we'll depress the tabs on that. Push that out through. You can simply remove those 2 1/4 inch hex head screws. Take note that one of them also secures a grounding wire. We can lift that bracket off the rear of the motor, and we can pull the motor right through. Now there is a rubber mount on the front of the motor, so make sure we don't lose that. We're going to pull the motor shaft right out of the fan blade. So get a good grip on the fan blade, and if it's really snug, take your needle nose pliers, reach in, and just pry that blade off. We can lift the motor out, and we can discard the old motor. We'll take the new motor, make sure that the front rubber mount is in place, push the shaft through that, insert the rear mount onto the motor, locate the rear bracket on top of it. We'll next replace the 2 screws that hold that rear bracket in place. Remembering to put the ground wire on. And the new motor comes with that wire harness mounting tab already in place, so snap that into position. We can tilt the motor up, and we'll slide the fan blade onto the shaft, centering that blade up with the opening. We'll clean that old blade up since we have it off. Now when we go to mount the bracket back into place, there's a little tab on the bottom side that hooks into a slot on a bracket on the condenser itself, and then the second one will hook into this bracket. Now when reinstalling that mounting bracket, we want to take these lower tabs and keep them to the right hand side of the tubing going to the condenser. So we'll just tuck that in like such. Being careful to roll the motor past tubing to the compressor. Once we've got it into position, we can lift it up and then put the bracket on the left side of that tubing to the condenser. Engage the tab at the rear to the bracket on the condenser. Lift it up enough to hook it on the right side. Reinstall that screw. And the wire harness. Check to make sure that the fan turns freely. And we're ready to put the back panel on. Now we're ready to put the back panel on. Tuck it into place. Reinstall the 4 1/4-inch hex head screws. We can now reconnect the power and the water supply, and our repair is complete. Told you it was an easy job. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your repair.